Welcome to Bedtime Yoga. So this is going to be a really relaxing, slow, restorative yoga flow. You can do it on a mat or you can do it on your bed, and all you need is a pillow. So we're going to get started in a comfortable seated position, and you can bring that pillow underneath your hips. Legs can just do whatever feels best for you, whether that's crossed or extend out long, or if you're on your knees. And let's give those shoulders a few rolls back, up to the ears, and then down. One more time. And just let the shoulders settle. Hands can come onto your lap, and maybe close your eyes if that feels okay. Start to soften all around your body. Notice if you're kind of locking into anything, just let it go. Just becoming very still, very quiet, a little bit introspective. Noticing how your body's feeling. Start to deepen your breath, filling up your belly, your ribs, your chest. Exhale, belly, ribs, chest. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, belly, ribs, chest. Keep breathing just like that, long and slow. As you inhale, see if you can grow a little taller. And as you exhale, don't lose this height, but kind of feel your hips settling down a little bit more, letting go. Let's bring your one hand onto belly, one hand over the heart. And keep taking those big full breaths. Belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, belly, ribs, chest. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, belly, ribs, chest. One more big breath. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, belly, ribs, chest. Let your arms come back down, hands resting on your lap. Take another big breath in through the nose. Taking a little bit more. And then exhale out loud through the mouth. Little sigh. And again, big breath in. Just completely letting go of your day. So you can totally be here, be in your body in this moment. Let your chin fall to your chest. Or maybe just roll your neck side to side. Slowly blink your gaze open. And return your gaze to center. Roll out those shoulders a few times. And give your neck a little bit more of a roll. From here, we're gonna open our legs out wide. Now, if this is feeling good with your hips slightly elevated by the pillow, you can leave them there. Another option is to take that pillow in front of you. You can fold it up, and you can rest on this pillow. Either bring your forearms or your forehead down onto the pillow. Let's flex those toes up towards the ceiling so our legs are slightly active, our knees are safe. And then start to lock your hands forwards, keeping that spine nice and long, and then relax the head. Finding a way maybe to support your forehead, using the pillow or stacking your hands up so that you can release a little bit more into the pose. Feel as though your body is melting down. And keep taking those big breaths to find a little bit more release. And then maybe see if you can reach a little further. Keep breathing. If you can lengthen your spine a little bit more. And taking 5 more big breaths here. Slowly start to lengthen your spine back up towards the ceiling and roll it out. Remove that pillow just so it's out of the way. Bend your knees. You can kind of prop yourself up on your hands and just let the knees drop side to side. Wiggling out. Beautiful. We're going to come into our tabletop position on the hands and knees. Draw the belly button in and just find some cat-cow here. Inhale, lift the chest, drop the belly low. Exhale, round the spine, looking back between the knees. Inhale, 2 lift. Exhale, 2 round. Inhale, 2 lift. Exhale, 2 round. One more time, inhale, 2 lift. And exhale, 2 round. Bring your big toes to touch. We're going to come into our child's pose. Now you can keep your knees where they are, or if you want, you can take them a little bit wider. That will really bring the sensation into the hips. All right, so we've got our pillow. Again, 2 different options. You can take it between the hips and the ankles, especially if your hips are kind of hanging out in space. That's a really nice place to be. Melt down. Or another option is to bring it kind of, fold it in half lengthways and bring it underneath your belly, resting your head. And you can turn one cheek onto the pillow. And again, start to find that deep breath. And as you hold here, you might find After a few moments, you can release a little bit more. But we're not pushing ourselves before we're ready to move forwards. With your breath, fill up your back. Find a little bit more length in your spine as you inhale. And as you exhale, see if you can soften your hips down towards your heels a little bit more. Inhale, find that length. And exhale, see if you can melt your chest down, letting go. If you have one cheek pressed into your pillow, just turn so the other cheek can press down and keep taking those big breaths. Finding that balance. And taking 5 more big breaths here. Slowly bring your gaze to center. Press yourself back up to your hands and knees, your tabletop position. And move that pillow out of the way. Give your hips a little shake out side to side. And find another cat-cow just to kind of neutralize the spine. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, round the spine, back between the knees. Inhale, 2 lift. Exhale, 2 round. Let's go one more time. Inhale, 2 lift. And exhale, 2 round. Give it a little shake out. All right, draw the belly button in, finding that core engagement. And we're gonna reach that right leg out behind you. Tabletop balance. Just to create a little bit of fire here. Toes are down and heel points up towards the ceiling. Drop their right hip so it's not lifting higher than the left. Take a big breath, inhale. And as you exhale, draw the right knee towards the right wrist. We're gonna come into our pigeon pose. So you're gonna wiggle the right ankle towards the left wrist, kind of working towards a 90-degree bend, but it does not have to be there today. All right, that left leg is gonna stretch out long behind you. Just make sure it's in line with your left hip. And the pillow can fold up. We're gonna stick it underneath the right hip. That's one option. You can also bring it out in front of you to rest your forehead or your forearms down on. All right, let's keep energy in that right foot, keeping the foot flexed to protect the knee. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, melt your chest down. Relax your shoulders. Now, if there's any pinching in the right knee, you're gonna come right on out of that pigeon pose, and you're gonna come onto your back, planting your feet onto the bed. You can cross your right ankle over your left thigh and work the hip stretch from there. It's basically the same stretch, just less intense on the knees. Now our hips carry a lot of stuff with a lot of feelings in them. So just notice if there's any sensations that start to come up through your body as you stretch this out and as we spend some time here. Sometimes that anger really rises up and it's like you're fighting your body to stay in this pose. But just keep breathing, filling up your belly like a balloon. You're in control here. And then release any tension that starts to build up in your shoulders or your neck. And let's take 5 more big breaths here. Slowly start to press yourself up onto your hands and wiggle yourself back into your tabletop position. Give your hips a little shake. Other side. So we're going to send that left leg out long this time for a tabletop balance. Scoop the belly button in and then drop the left hip so it's in line with the right hip. Toes point down. The heel points up. Feel that left glute firing up. Big breath in. Big breath out. And then draw the left knee towards the left wrist, wiggling your foot a little bit closer towards the right wrist. And you can take that pillow underneath your left hip, or you can bring it out in front of you. Take a moment, big breath in. Find your position here. Make sure that back leg is in line with your hip. And then settle down, let your chest melt. Find the perfect spot for your prop. And again, if there's any pinching in your knees, you can come right back onto that figure 4 stretch on your back. And focus on the deep belly breath. Flexing the left toe, the left foot to protect your knee. That's if you're in pigeon pose or if you're in your figure 4 stretch. Let's take 5 more big breaths here. See if you can melt down a little bit more. Last one. Slowly press yourself up onto your hands, moving the pillow out of the way. Find your way back to your tabletop position and give your hips a little shake out side to side. We're going to sit back onto our heels just so we can swing our legs out in front. You can give them a little shake out side to side, little windshield wipers. Scoot forward so you got some room behind you. We're going to come onto our backs. So we're going to take the pillow, and you can use it flat or you can fold it up, kind of depends on how much of a chest opener you want. And then you're going to put it under your back between your shoulder blades. Take those palms out on either side of you. Bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees butterfly out wide. Fill up the belly, the ribs, the chest. Exhale, belly, ribs, chest. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, belly, ribs, chest. Keep taking big breaths and letting your body melt down into the mat. Five more big breaths here. And using your hands, bring your legs back together. Gently roll off your pillow so you can move it out of the way. And return to a flat back. We're going to bring the pillow between the thighs. Arms going to reach out to the side again. press your feet down just so you can slightly lift your hips up off the mat, and or off your bed, wherever you are. We're gonna land the hips slightly over to the right, and then let the knees fall over to the left. Option to turn your gaze to the right. And you can also use your left hand on top of your right thigh to kind of press them down a little bit more. Let this be a bit more of a gentle, passive spinal twist. Just noticing how your body is supported by your bed or the floor or your mat. Let's take 5 more big breaths here. Bring the gaze back to center. Bring the knees back to center. Press the feet down so you can lift the hips all the way through center and over to the left. And then we're going to let the knees fall over to the right. If it's comfortable, you can turn your gaze to the left. And you could use your right hand on your thigh if you want. Just let yourself settle in. Five more big breaths here. Last one. return your knees to center. And return the knees to center. Bring your hips back in line. And remove the pillow from your legs. We're going to keep the pillow folded up. Press the feet down. And then lift your hips so you can slide the pillow underneath your hips and your low back. Move into our final pose before Shavasana, our supported bridge. Hands can again come out to the side, palms pointing up towards the ceiling. Just let your hips sinking down here. If you want here, it feels good, you could reach one leg up towards the ceiling and the other, feeling balanced on your pillow. And maybe just bring some movement into your legs, help refresh your circulation, pointing and flexing the toes. Giving those ankles a little roll out one way, and then the other. And wiggling the legs. Let's reach those arms up towards the ceiling, shoulder height, and give them a little wiggle as well, like a dead bug. And then find your way back to stillness. Palms come back down. You can keep your legs lifting, or you can bring them back down. Take about 5 more big breaths here. Gently lift your hips, pressing your feet down. You can remove the pillow and let your hips settle back down. Just take a moment here to feel your back resting. Walk those feet out nice and wide, keeping the knees bent. Just last time, give those knees a little windshield wiper. Massaging out the hips, wringing everything out. And then reach your arms up overhead and the legs out long. Take a big long stretch, puffing everything up, and then exhale. Squeeze everything in tight. Round your spine, bring your forehead to your knees, and squeeze like you're trying to squeeze a lemon. Pucker up your face, and hold for 5, 4, harder, 3, 2, 1. And lengthen yourself back out long. Reposition so you can find a nice comfortable spot for a few moments of final Shavasana. Taking some deep breaths. Finding that belly breath once again. Inhale, fill up the belly, the ribs, the chest. Exhale, belly, ribs, chest. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, belly, ribs, chest. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, belly, ribs, chest. One more time. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, belly, ribs, chest. Let your breathing return to its natural rhythm. And let your body melt down a little bit more as our soft and gentle practice washes over you. And you can just simply be here, be in your body at peace. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Wiggling your fingers and your toes, rolling out your wrists and your ankles. Maybe reach your arms overhead. Once again, take a big long stretch. And then exhale, squeeze your knees into your chest. And rolling side to side and up and down along your spine. Give yourself a little massage. Now if you're super comfy lying down on your back, just stay there, keeping in your comfy spot. But if you're ready, if you're feeling up to it, gently roll over onto one side. Taking your time, find your way up to a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, you can even sit under that pillow just like when we first started. Roll your shoulders up to your ears and down. We'll take 3 final big breaths all together, breathing in through the nose and out loud through the mouth. If you want, you can add some arms, or you can just let your body completely relax. Breathe in, exhale. Last one, biggest breath yet. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me here, for taking the time for your body, and for just kind of melting into that relaxation. I hope you enjoyed You can like this video, comment below, or subscribe to my channel, and let me know if you want more like it. Thank you. Namaste.